Hi, Julie here from Indigo Handmade Design. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to flip a pair of pregnancy pants and a sweater, a vest, and make a matching set. So since I'm using a pair of pregnancy pants, they are obviously too large in the waist. So I'm going to start there by taking in the waistline. So I've put the pins where I'm going to sew. I'm going to start right here, right where the seaming is, and then go up using a straight stitch, and then go ahead and try them on. And once you are happy with the result, you can cut this fabric out. And I'm also going to do the same on the back side, so right where the seaming is. Okay, now we are going to work on the bottom of the pants. So here is one leg. Now I want to sew some lines and then put elastic band right in, so to create like a channel for my elastic band. And I'm going to use this press foot right here. This is a special Bernina press foot, so my fabric is going to stop right there. So I've sewn all the way around the edging of the leg, and now I'm going to use again my normal press foot and make first one line about 1.5 centimeters. It's going to be my very first line, and then I'm going to sew a second line and leave a open space to put in the elastic band. So go ahead and cut the elastic band so that is comfortable around your leg, around the cuff of the leg, and take a safety pin, and you are going to bring the elastic band through the hole that you left before. So here is the open space that I've left undone. Now I'm going to bring the elastic band from one side right all the way around the other side, and then come out and make sure that the elastic band it's not twisted, so it should be nice and flat all the way around your leg. And you want to make sure that the elastic band it's not going to go all the way into the channel that you are now in. So you can hold this with your hand and or use another security pin. So I'm now on the other side with my elastic. Now you can take your safety needle out, and with a zigzag stitch on my sewing machine I'm going to sew these ends together. So you really want to make sure that the elastic is not twisted, and this is how it's looking like. Now you can go ahead and close the gap that you've had here using again a straight stitch, a top stitch. And now we are going to embellish our leg. So I'm here on the outside seam of my leg. Now go ahead and take your beads. Okay, so this is the outer seam of my leg. I'm going to use the same beads that I've used also for my sweater vest to make a matching set. So I have here golden beads and pinkish beads, and I'm using a golden thread since the golden beads are a little bit transparent. So prepare your beads and your thread and needle, and following the sewing line I'm going to sew 2 lines starting at the bottom of the pant leg and then work my way up, referring to the sewing to the existing sewing line. So take first a pink and then a golden bead and then go in. You can kind of eyeballing where you want to go in depending on how large your beads are, and now you are going to come out again, leaving some space to be able to put the next 2 beads in. So I want to alternate my colors, and for this you are going to pick first the golden bead and then the pinkish one, to have them alternated. So you are going to go now back into your fabric with a needle and thread and then come out again up, leaving some space for the next 2 beads. So basically this is all you need to do to create the lines. So at the end I've made a total of 9 groups, 9 groups of 2 beads, alternating a color. Okay, so I'm going to put my last 2 beads for this line, and then I want to make another line, so starting up and then going down to the leg opening, and for this you need to come parallel to the last 2 beads that you've just added. So I'm also going to alternate color, and now I'm going to start first by taking a golden and then a pinkish bead, go into the fabric, come out, leaving some space for the next 2 beads, and then now you are going to switch by taking first the pinkish color and then the golden color, so that your beads are properly alternated and they matching the other lines. So go ahead and sew now all the way down until you have the same amount of beads for the second line that you are sewing. Okay, now once you've done that, we are going to reinforce our work since the beads are a little bit wonky. And for this, all you need to do is going through all of your beads all the way up and then all the way back down, and then secure your thread on the back side of your work by making a French knot or whatever you prefer to secure your working thread, and then cut off the excess thread. And then go ahead and do the same on the second pant leg. And now what I'm going to do next, I want to embellish the hearts on my sweater vest using golden and pinky beads. So I'm going to match the pinky beads to the cream hearts and the golden beads to the gray hearts, and I've also prepared golden thread and pinky thread. These are the beads that I'm going to be using for millimeters, and if you don't have shapes on your sweater vest, you can also trace with a pen some shapes that you want to embroider using your pen. So here I'm showing you that the needle should go through the beads that you are using. So this is imperative, of course. So as I said, if you don't have any shape of your vest, you can trace your very own, or you can use some fabric, and then first sew the fabric to the vest, and then using beads trace the outline. So I'm securing my thread on the back side of the work, and now I want to come out right here at the point of the heart with my needle, and since this is a cream bead, I'm going to take my pinky color to make the outer line of the heart. And I'm going to go with only one bead all the way around. So going in, kind of eyeballing the space that you need to leave for the next bead. So, and now you are going to go back into the fabric with your needle and then come out, leaving some space for the next bead. And this is basically how you are going to work for all of your hearts or whatever shape you have on your vest or whatever shape you are creating. So by going back and forth with your needle and thread and putting in only one bead at a time. And then once you have done all the beads all the way around the shape, I'm showing here that you can or should reinforce your beads so that are not all that wonky by going straight through the beads, omitting the fabric. So you are going only through the beads. And if you have some space like I do here, you can just take a bead and put it in that gap to kind of fill in. I'm going to work off camera and embellish all of my hearts, and then I'm going to show you how it's looking like. So I'm going to model this for you. Thank you all for tuning in today for another DIY project. I hope you've got some ideas on how you can switch your own wardrobe or some wardrobe that you are thrifting. Make sure to be subscribed to my channel and ring the bell so you don't miss any of my DIY tutorials, and share this with a friend and like this video and help this community to grow. And this also keeps me motivating, uploading more free tutorials for you. Till next time, bye bye.